My name is Anne Marie, and I'm a member of the Sunfire Stable show team with another installment of I Signed Up for the Show Team. What's next? I am very excited to be here at the Gibson Training Center in Albany, Wisconsin. I'm here with Gary Gibson, and for our Sunfire team members, he was a judge at our Fox River show. And so I'm really excited to be able to talk to him about the topic of a judge's perspective. So I'm going to go find him. Oops, I got to get him in the shot. Here he is. So, oh, I'm so sorry. I walked right in front of a horse. This is Gary Gibson. Gary was voted the 2016 Wisconsin Horseman by the Wisconsin Horse Council. He is involved in ranch horse associations. He's a trainer and a clinician. And I'm really excited to be able to be here today, Gary. So I introduced our topic a little bit about a judge's perspective. So I think I'm going to put the camera on whomever. And if you want to start, go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's do that. I think what we'll do today, Anne Maria, is just talk a little bit about what a judge is looking for in Western pleasure.
Okay.
Or English on seat.
Okay.
They're pretty much, the movement's different, but we're just looking for, the same type of good manners. The Western pleasure horses, we'd like to ride on the rail, but we want them to behave, be quiet, good transitions, and pretty movers and things like that. So maybe we'll just kind of demonstrate that a little bit.
Okay.
Of what that horse should look like and what the rules indicate how they should be moving and where they should be carrying themselves and stuff like that. So
Right.
I'm going to start walking this guy. This is
Okay.
This guy's name is Jake. He's a 10-year-old quarter horse, show horse. In fact, he was showing this weekend at a quarter horse showing up in Oshkosh. So we'll just get on today just to kind of see what it gave his owner a little issue, but we're going to see if we can work him out of it. But
I wish
you want to just kind of move to the middle then, and Marie, just kind of keep it on me. And we're going to have other horses work around me and stuff, but we'll just get him coming out and walking. So what we're looking for is a nice level top line, that his neck is out there straight, and we want that nose just in front of the vertical. So if we just let him walk a 4-beat gait. The walk is 4 beats. So as a judge, I want to make sure that he's walking correctly. I don't want him to be like or try to slow him down. He'll take one quick step, or one step and then 2 quick ones. That's not a correct gait. It's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So the walk is 4 beats. And so we want that horse just to look relaxed, and when they're relaxed, they look pretty. Now we're going to squeeze him up into a jog, and you can either squeeze with your legs or cluck to him a little bit, because as a judge, I wouldn't be able to hear that. So we'll cluck to him a little bit, and just let him step into a jog. And we want to keep that same position. Nice level neck, face just in front of the vertical. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on his face, so I've got a little bit of rein on him and just letting him go. And he's staying pretty consistent with his speed. If I want to correct him a little bit, I'm going to just pick him up and with my reins and squeeze him into the bridle and see if I can frame him a little bit more, and he did for me. And so the jog is a 2-beat gait. The diagonal legs hit the ground at the same time. So that, as a judge, that's what I'm looking for, is that horse hitting the ground with his diagonal legs the correct way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now some horses, riders like to make them try to go really slow, and sometimes those diagonals aren't hitting the ground at the same time. So we should, as a judge, should penalize that rider for doing that, or that horse. Now Larry quit on me, and that's a good example too. When that horse broke gait, and I see it as a judge, I have to penalize you, because that's not correct. That horse should not break the gait unless we tell it to when they ask for the next command. So now we're going to bring him down to a walk. And I just said who and let him walk. And he kind of stayed in that same position. So the next gait you would probably call for would be the lope.
Oops.
And there again, we want that lope to just kind of step right into it. We want to have that horse keep the same frame, nice level top line, nose in front of the vertical, and just going at a nice, pretty loping pace. And the lope is a 3-beat gait. It's kind of like riding the waltz. So I tell a lot of people, if you can dance, you should be able to ride your horse pretty well, because it's 4 beats for the walk, 2 beats for the jog, and the 3 beats for the lope. So if you can do the waltz, you should be able to ride a horse pretty, lope on a horse pretty nice. So we're gonna put Jake up into a lope.
Oh, I hope
See if he's kind of tired today.
it.
You just let him go. He's nice,
Oops.
sitting in a nice easy
Oh,
position.
Gary, I lost it. Up there. There we go.
So we're just loping along. He's staying pretty consistent with his speed. I don't have to correct him too much. His frame is staying pretty good, meaning he's staying level. He knows he doesn't touch vertical. He's doing 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's what we're looking for. He looks nice and quiet, and you can just sit up and not have to do anything. And just let him rope along. Because he's kind of programmed to do this right now, and this is what he wants to do, but he's staying quiet, relaxed, and seems to be about happy about it. I'm trying to just adjust him a little bit here. There we go. All I did was pick up my reins a little bit and push him into the bridle a little more in my leg, and he came back to me and straightened up a little bit better. Now we're gonna stop him, boom, and let him walk on. So that's kind of what we're looking for as a judge, is making sure they're doing each gate correctly. So we want to make sure that the gates are correct. We want to have a quality gate, which means that I didn't have to do a lot of adjustment. He's kind of stayed in that same frame for every gate and for each pass around. And then the third thing I look for is the degree of difficulty. How pretty are they at jogging? How pretty are they at loping? And can they just stay right there and not have to be picking up with my hands and changing speed? So they just stay right there. So that's kind of the 3 things we got to look for: correctness, quality of gait, and then a degree of difficulty of gait.
Oops.
So let's do this, Anne Maria. We've got Leah riding a little POA. I shouldn't call him a little POA. We'll let her, you can put her in the screen.
Okay, you know what? I think I will stop it right here, and then I'll switch over so that I can follow her.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Leah on her little POA. Hang on.